Hey everyone, it's Sam Gold from Phillies.com. We're just a few days from the Super Bowl with the Atlanta Falcons and New England Patriots. In this video breakdown, I want to look at Kyle Shanahan's offense during Matt Ryan's 99-yard drive versus Seattle Seahawks. When this drive started, the Falcons were only up 12-10 with just under 4 minutes left in the second quarter. The first play starts at Atlanta's 1-yard line with the Falcons in shotgun. The Seahawks have one safety deep, while Cam Chancellor is in the box. Right now, Richard Sherman is lining up directly opposite of Julio Jones at the line of scrimmage. Ryan then motions Tevin Coleman outside, which forces Richard Sherman to follow him. This is very important. Since Sherman doesn't stay on Jones, there's a very good chance the Seahawks are in zone coverage. Anytime there's a star wide receiver and the Seahawks are in man coverage, they would leave Sherman on him, and with a safety and linebacker would follow the running back outside instead. Seeing this, Ryan can guess that they are in zone coverage based on how both cornerbacks are playing off the line of scrimmage and facing inwards as well. Before the snap, KJ Wright approaches the line of scrimmage threatening to blitz. In addition to all this, Ryan sees Cam Chancellor now lining up inside of Julio Jones after the shift, and he's 8 yards back from the line of scrimmage. This means that any quick route combination by Jones will result in an easy completion if KJ Wright blitzes. After the snap, that's exactly what happens. KJ Wright blitzes, and Matt Ryan has Julio Jones on a quick out throw since the Seahawks are in cover 3 zone dog, allowing the quick completion. I spent a lot of time on this play because it highlights a few things. First, the Seahawks have gotten predictable with their coverage of star receivers. I've highlighted this trend many times in my Richard Sherman videos, and this is how a team can get exploited for an easy gain. Second, I don't entirely agree with playing zone coverage with a blitz in this situation. I would much rather blitz with press coverage at the line of scrimmage in order to stop short, easy throws that you know teams will try to complete in order to buy themselves room from right inside the goal line. If they were bent on playing zone, then at the very least, they should give Chancellor a chance at making a play on the ball by lining up 4 yards closer to the line of scrimmage. Maybe that's on coaching, or maybe it's on Chancellor, I'm not actually sure, but that's a mistake in my opinion. Well, the Falcons gain 8, bringing us to the next play on 2nd and 2. The Falcons run a double dig concept with a check down over the middle of the field. Ryan sees both inside linebackers dropping, meaning that he can take a quick underneath shot for 5 yards. Feeling the pressure by Jarran Reed, Ryan wisely dumps a pass off. Not only does this play give Ryan multiple outlets versus the cover 3 defense, Julio Jones gets a one-on-one matchup with an outside cornerback. Watch how he stems his route outside before breaking in. This route is ran to perfection, and it keeps Deshaun Shedd from closing in on him. On Atlanta's 3rd and 4th play of this drive, they call back-to-back play-action passes. If you know anything about Kyle Shanahan, he loves calling these back-to-back in the middle of the 2nd and 3rd quarters as a way to take deep shots down the field. The Falcons run a play-action 2-man concept with a ghost sweep to the edge. This motion holds the linebackers at bay, giving Ryan a one-on-one matchup with Mohamed Sanu and Richard Sherman. Sanu runs his over route, but Sherman stays at his hip pocket, staying in trail technique, covering him well. Ryan attempts to lob the ball to him, but he overthrows it safely away from the pair. An underthrown pass could have resulted in interception, so this is a smart place to put it if you're going to miss. Now typically Kyle Shanahan will dial up his second play-action pass after he completes his first one, but since he didn't complete it, he takes a one-on-one match with Mohamed Sanu in the slot versus Jeremy Lane. Sanu instantly beats Lane off the snap, forcing Lane into inside leverage. Since Sanu is running an outbreaking route, he has a clear advantage. This time, Ryan places the pass perfectly into his hands for a 22-yard gain. On the 5th play of the drive, the Falcons run a slant flat concept versus Seahawks cover 2 defense. Ryan makes his one mistake on this drive, thinking he'll get a 3-deep look and forces the throw to the flat receiver. The defense lines up in a 2-high look pre-snap, and in most defenses, this would indicate cover 2 or cover 4. But since the Seahawks have a history of disguising their cover 3 defenses with 2 deep safeties, Ryan assumes it's the case here. He's incorrect, and the defense actually just plays cover 2, with Deshaun Shedd as the underneath sideline zone defender. Ryan misreads the coverage, and he forces the pass to the running back, not seeing Shedd's intent, who executes the play to perfection. This pass should have gone to Sanu over the middle of the field instead, and honestly, it could have been much worse if he was able to deflect into the air. On the 6th play of the drive, the Seahawks get pressure on Matt Ryan, and he does an excellent job of stepping up to the pocket. The Falcons run a mesh concept with a triangle read for the quarterback. What I mean by that is that Matt Ryan's read looks like a triangle, creating a 3-on-2 matchup with the inside linebackers. So Ryan's decision in this concept is based on what exactly they do. Since Steven Terrell drives at the shallow crossing route, this opens up the hole in the middle of the field for Gabriel to sit in and gain 18 yards. Terrell needs to be much more aware, but this is also a great play design to stress the center of the defense in Earl Thomas' absence. With that play, the Falcons are now in Seahawks territory. There's a minute 30 left in the half. Atlanta runs a slant flat concept again, but since the left tackle misses his cut block, Ryan wisely moves on to his check down over the middle of the field instead. He gains a quick 12 yards. The Falcons now get to the Seahawks' 34-yard line, and Matt Ryan is in shotgun and he has Julio Jones split out wide. The Seahawks have two deep safeties, but play cover one robber with Cam Chancellor over the middle of the field. Jones has a 1-1 matchup with Deshaun Shed, and he runs a slant route versus man coverage. Jones takes an outside jab step, which turns Shed outside before releasing inside. From here it's an easy pitch and catch, but since the pass is thrown low and behind, Jones has to make an adjustment and dive to the ground for the ball. Ironically, this low throw is what allows Jones to slip outside for more yards, since Shed's momentum takes him past Jones on the ground. We are now 8 plays into this drive, and Matt Ryan has completed 6 of them. This brings us to the final play of the drive, and this is what resulted in a touchdown. Kyle Shanahan calls a form of the smash concept that directly attacks Seahawks cornerback Deshaun Shed for another play on this drive. Guessing that Seattle's in cover 3, he puts 3 receivers in a tight area to test their communication ability to pass off receivers. After the snap, Gabriel runs a post route attacking the seam between the deep left and deep center zones. Tight end Austin Hooper sits in the flat, and for good measure, Kyle sends Julio Jones on a shallow cross to ensure that the inside linebackers stay underneath and don't drift deep to the goal line. This is what creates a space for Tevin Coleman coming from the backfield. He runs his corner route to the left corner of the end zone, and Shed is way too late in his handoff responsibilities. He was supposed to hand off Gabriel to Steven Terrell, but he doesn't do it in time, allowing the score. On this drive, Matt Ryan was 7 for 9, 99 yards, and he scored the touchdown. To summarize, the Falcons used shotgun for 6 of their plays and used single back formation for the other 3. Out of those 9 plays, even though you can lump them into 2 base formations, they line up 7 different ways, tight against the offensive line, or split out wide to spread out the defense. And interesting to note is that the Falcons love using multiple running backs, but in this particular drive, they use 11 personnel, which is an offensive package with 3 wide receivers and 1 running back, for 8 of these 9 plays. What this means is that the team has the ability to be a classic spread them out team if they so choose. The other play where they didn't use 11 personnel, they actually used 20 personnel with 2 running backs and dropped the tight ends. This is actually in stark contrast to their usual plays where they love using multiple tight ends. Seeing all these formations and motions, it makes it extremely difficult to plan for on the defensive side. Imagine being a linebacker trying to figure out your zone responsibilities and your reads if you get to see 7 different formations on a single drive. There is no consistency, and with no consistency there is confusion and openings in the defense. Like I said, from the Seahawks standpoint, they use zone coverage concepts for 6 of those plays, mainly using their patented cover 3 zone defense. They also mix in man coverage with a single high safety on 3 plays. By studying drives like this, and how Kyle Shanahan mixed in a variety of pass concepts, you can see just how his schemes can catch defenses off balance. In this drive alone, he attacked specific cornerbacks in zone coverage. He was able to get his athletically superior wide receivers on cornerbacks in man coverage. He was able to force Steven Terrell into a mistake over the field, and his quick passing game and Matt Ryan's ability to progress through his reads quickly kept the Seahawks pass rush from impacting him at all. All of this allowed Ryan to complete passes to 8 different receivers during this game. As of right now, the Patriots are favored by 3 in the upcoming Super Bowl. I expect it to be a very close match and can easily see this game going down to whoever has the ball last, judging by the matchups on the field. Well, that's all I have for you. If you like this breakdown, feel free to donate in the links below, and you can follow me on Twitter at SamuelRGold, and if you want more analysis of your favorite players, come to fieldgoals.com for our latest articles.